Welcome to Evolution Gaming's Before and After series. This is CRYSIS Killer, and I'm here today with EG DrivenDemon, and we're going to talk about Part 3 of Xbox One release. We got a couple things to talk about. Obviously, those of you that watched the E3 press conference today regarding the whole Xbox One and new Xbox Live system settings and the whole 9 yards. There's a few things to talk about. We got obviously the price, and the kind of the release window that they are hoping to get released by. Also, we also got a new Xbox 360 that they're talking about releasing with some new key features that they'll be having with that. And then just the minor things of, they talked about a little bit about the specs on the Xbox One, but we've already covered that in the previous episodes, so if you want to go back and watch that, you can on our part 2 of this. So let's get started with the price. Simple thing they're saying, Xbox will come out hopefully in November at the price of $499 US or euros and about 429 pounds. It's about 599 Australian. So those of you that are in different countries that watch this, that kind of gives you an idea how much it's going to cost. A little on the high side as you might think, but as with any new console and any new features, it's going to be high. So
it actually wasn't too terribly bad. The original 360, when it first came out, it came out as $399.
kind of cut out a little bit there.
Okay. Yeah. When the first 360 came out, it was $399.
Yeah.
So it's not too terribly much more than the.
Well, you gotta think of it this way: the Xbox One, a lot of the features that it's releasing with, the TV system. You got if you want to watch TV, you have to have one thing: TV subscription from your provider, and you're gonna have a cable box in order to have the video feed out from that to get your guide software into the Xbox, while you control it from just the Xbox alone. Seems a little dorky and clunky having two devices. I don't know why they didn't just have a line-in feed for your cable line into your Xbox directly, and then have that be the DVR.
Not everybody has that, though. Some people are going to use Dish or DirecTV or
same concept.
whatever.
It still has the coaxial line that comes out the wall. You would tell
but that comes straight from the satellite.
Yeah, but you tell the provider, hey, I have an Xbox One. They would program your rig to allow the signal to come in automatically for that console instead of going through a DVR box.
Yeah, I can see that.
Plus, being on top of that, you have to have the subscription for TV. So there's like your $80 to $100 a month, $499 for the console, and some people, if you have satellite, you also got to pay internet separately if you are able to have internet. Obviously, if you're going to play on Xbox, I assume you have internet. Some families do DirecTV and local internet separately. Some do as a package deal if they can get it, like Comcast or Cable One, Mid-Continent, companies like that. But yeah, it seems where they're starting at, it's a good price, probably just because it's a new console, but being that far out away from the nice little $200 to $300 market, that's obviously not going to happen until probably well past the holiday season. So if you're planning on asking for a new one of these for Christmas, hopefully your parents want to spend almost the $500 and on top of that monthly.
Yeah, I did see something too on GameStop today. After they announced the price, and about an hour later, I was getting emails saying that I could pre-order it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went online and I looked, and there's a bunch of bundles for all the new games that are coming out for it, and you can get it's like $559.95 or something like that for like the Rise bundle, where it comes with the Xbox One and Rise, whatever the rest of that thing was.
For which one again?
All the games that are coming out for the release of it.
Oh yeah.
They got all the different bundles on GameStop.
And is that still going to keep at the $499 price tag, or are we jumping to $50 to $100 on top of that?
it adds $50 or $60 for the game, so it's $559.95.
So I assume you'll just get the one brand new game.
Yeah, it only comes with the one game for
But
the bundle.
it's been almost over half. I mean, over $500. I mean, you obviously got to count tax on top of this, and then people that are probably going to buy accessories, an extra controller. It probably will come with two, but who doesn't always buy an extra one? Because I assume our old controllers are not going to be compatible. As anything else usually isn't. People are going to want to buy multiple games, and possibly some people might throw in a brand new TV or extra, accessories, charging things, headsets. I mean,
Yeah.
I could see people easily spending $1,000
Oh,
that one day.
I know that Turtle Beach is also working with Microsoft to put out a headset specifically for the Xbox One.
Yeah. Another thing that they were talking about was the release date. They did bring up November of 2013, and it will be available in the 21 markets of it. But November sounds like the date that it will stay at. And probably usually, like any other Call of Duty or other release games, it's usually that second Tuesday. So hopefully within that week range of that, when the new games come out, I could see it probably coming out specifically on the same day of a game release. That way you can buy a bundle that day and probably, who knows, Best Buy will probably throw in some weird deal. Buy the game with this console and you'll save yourself like $20, or you'll get a free 2,000 points from Microsoft, some weird thing like that. Obviously, another thing that they did say about that, Microsoft is switching over to cash currency, so your currency available from your country or the market that you search out of.
Which that'll be nice, but it's gonna kill Xbox Live Rewards.
Well, unless in some way you probably could still earn points, but you pay by money for that. But then when it comes to purchasing games, you can either use points or cash, and cash is going to be probably a main source. Like, oh, hey, I'm gonna buy this game to download $20. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna buy 2,000 points.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does sound like November final date, hopefully, and hopefully it comes out for around the time of Call of Duty, or when's Battlefield 4? That's in October.
I don't know. I didn't catch that.
So it sounds like I think Battlefield 4 was in October or something like that. I don't remember exactly the date or if it was October, but obviously if you want to play Battlefield 4 on the new Xbox, if the game comes out before the console, you're gonna have to wait to purchase the game then when the new console comes out. So, and then with the new release of the new Xbox 360, all it is a new case on the same hardware for the 360 to make it look like the current Xbox One. Kind of a nice sleek design too, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully the market for backwards compatibility. I wish they had opened that up, because those of us that still want to play 360 games but have our Xbox One, because I was planning on selling both of my 360s, taking the cash from that and buying the Xbox One. But then I can't come back and play, some of our old school titles that we play for like Evolution Gaming or other friends if I go and sell my console, because I'm only gonna play it.
Yeah. Well,
so either I keep everything and shell out $500 out of pocket, or I sell everything and go straight forward from there. Never ever play 360 games ever again.
well, they were talking about that too in the press release. They're revamping everything with the 360 now, because I think that they're understanding that they're going to kill a huge portion of their market if they just basically do away with the 360, and they can't, because you can't play the 360 games on the One. So they're going to kill like everybody, because nobody's going to want to get it right away.
Unless in some way there's some patch that they can add into the Blu-ray player later to play the HD discs that the Xbox 360 games are on. or because like wasn't there the same thing from PlayStation 3 that the first ones that came out were not backwards compatible. They set out a firmware which then fixed that to make them
Yeah.
play it or something like that.
I don't know.
The fat
I've
ones.
never been big on PS3.
I could swear something like that. I could see if Xbox, I don't know, maybe just because the Blu-ray player just can't play that kind of disc type.
Well, Blu-ray players will play HD DVDs.
So then I don't get what's the problem of not playing its compatibility.
I think they said it was something to do with the architecture of the processor.
I suppose because it's all the new yeah, it is the new architecture. That probably is the main thing. But not why not just throw an extra processor in there that handles that specifically separately?
That'd be awesome. That'd be too awesome, and that would make too much sense.
I mean, processors are not that expensive. I mean,
No.
you start buying bulk of those things, the price drops so immensely. If you look at the price per parts in this device, you're paying mostly for the looks, not the actual hardware inside. But over to you. You wanted to talk about the 360 more in depth, the new 360, and some of the features that it's going to release. Obviously, a few main points here they did release. They're talking about some upcoming games and free games for the purchase of the 360. And I think it's like a monthly subscription thing that you get. Also, the new 360, the console itself, it looks pretty sleek like the Xbox One. The hardware isn't changing at all, so if you want to upgrade from a current 360 to like the Slim to the new one, you're not going to have to worry about changing anything there. It's all going to be the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't you go ahead and explain some details on that?
Yeah, with that, they announced the new look. That shipped out to retailers today, so they'll probably get that by the end of the week or so. But yeah, over the next year, they are still making the 360 a huge part of their lineup because it's not going away anytime soon. I mean, the Xbox One is going to kind of try and phase it out, but from what they've been saying, they are not letting it go away, at least for the next year or so, because not very many people are going to be able to shell out like $500 on a whim to get the new Xbox, especially if you can't play 360 games. But yeah, they also announced that because of the millions and millions of fans of Xbox and the 360, that any Xbox Live Gold subscriber is going to receive 2 free Xbox 360 games per month until the release of the Xbox One. So that's what, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months? Right? No.
5 months.
5 months. 5 months.
This month is almost over, so by the time anybody that gets the new 360, it's going to be done.
Well, you don't have to have the new 360.
Also, it works on the current one as well.
Yeah, it's going to work on the current one. Anybody with a gold subscription is going to be able to get it. And they're starting off, I think they're going to do Halo 3, Assassin's Creed 2, and Fable 3 for June. Because I know Fable 3 is coming out because of E3. They're giving that away. And I think they're going to do Halo 3 and Assassin's Creed 2 for June. So next month we'll see something else. And it looks like they're going to be putting out some really good games coming up soon.
Obviously, some of the new things. I do believe Minecraft is going to be revamped.
I was so excited when I saw that, man.
And then also the main thing that everybody saw, World of Tanks. Those of you that play World of Tanks on PC, it's coming out to the Xbox console.
Yeah.
And
I geeked out extremely for that, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like, I saw that and I was like, I think Braden, when he was commenting on it, he thought it was something else at first, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's World of Tanks."
Oh no, dude! I knew it was World of Tanks instantly. I was like, it was like 2 seconds in, and it was like World of Tanks.
Yes, I mean, the PC game. Those of you who never tried it, it was a very fun game. It's free, I do believe, right? Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's free to
It is
play,
free. It is free to play. You sign up.
and
You sign up. It's you make an account free. You download the forever download that takes like 8 gigs of your hard drive space. But when you
yeah,
get that all set up, the graphics are pretty awesome. The game's pretty fun. You earn currency points in the game to buy upgrades. Plus, you can also pay to buy things. So it's
which the
kind of
prices really aren't that bad.
yeah. I mean, a few
It's like $10 for like three or 4,000 points.
yeah, which gets you a good almost a full tank upgrade.
Yeah,
Um, Playing that game is pretty fun. It kind of depends on who you're playing against because you can kind of get stuck in a match where you're against some pretty higher end tanks and you can die pretty quickly, or you can be against a bunch of noobs and you could probably have the best time of your life playing. I mean, the first time I ever played it, I was playing with Braden, so I think it bases on skill level, and Braden was way ahead of me, so it pulled us into games that were like between him and me, and I got owned quite a bit. Once I got ranked up, it was pretty fun, but I'm not sure. Those of you that have played World of Tanks, if you have an account, I'm not sure it's going to let you sync that over, so you might have to start with a new account based on your Xbox account, your actual gamer tag.
it'd be nice if they synced it, especially with the micro whatchamajickins. What are they called? Microtransactions.
Oh yeah. Well, given it's a free game, I'm gonna doubt it, but it would be nice. And then some of the biggest thing that really made me, nerd happy about was Halo. The little 2-minute trailer of Halo. Like at first, I thought it was like, some weird like, game. You got this guy you get the setting of this guy walking through the desert. Um, he's got a hooded, raggedy cloak on. You can't see his face or his hands or nothing. And then the ground starts shaking, and this thing comes out of the ground, blows a bunch of dust at this, character. You don't know who it is, and then his hood falls off. You're like, holy crap, Master Chief. And it's such a good feeling seeing that character. You play that game so much, and you see that character, and you grow up on that character. I had the original Xbox. Since then, I've had all the Halo games, and I got some collector's stuff. And from that, like I've enjoyed the Halo game quite a bit.
Best one right here, man.
Yes, the Halo Anniversary was probably the best game. I do have that over there somewhere.
I like the original Combat Evolved.
What's nice about the Anniversary? It lets you switch.
I completely forgot I got the bonus Master Chief avatar stuff.
What's nice about the Anniversary is that you can switch between old school and the revamped games.
Yeah, but the engine is still based on the Halo 3 engine. I don't like that.
Yeah, there was a few things about the multiplayer aspect of that. All it did was take more of the Halo 3 and applied it to your account on that. It wasn't like, oh my god, original Halo maps and original Halo stats. It was, you took your Halo 3 stats or was it Reach stats, whatever.
Yeah, no, it was Reach.
Was it Reach?
Yeah.
So hopefully going forward they keep using those same stats instead of resetting them every time. It's kind of annoying to have a new Bungie account and new stats every time you start a new Halo game. But yeah, the Halo nerdgasm right there, the new Halo. He just said Halo, it didn't say if it was Halo 5 or if it was a new.
It's going to be Halo 5. They're not going to give that much hype for a tablet game.
Well, see, I wonder if they're just going to call it Halo. Because the original one was called Halo Combat Evolved. I wonder if this one just be called Halo. I don't know. Just like the
Combat Re-Evolved.
Re-Evolved, yeah. Well, like the Xbox. It went Xbox 360, and everybody thought it was going to be 720. No, Xbox One. Like, they just started over with the names,
Yeah, I'm not too happy about the name.
Yeah, I was expecting something a little more, I don't know, more of a design name. Like, it'd been better off like the, I always thought about talking about like the third generation with the 3, so called the X Cube. or something like that. You know,
That's too much. That's too close to
I
GameCube.
know, but like the third generation X3, X to the third power, it'd be like X a cube or X3 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always thought it'd be kind of a cool name.
What is the name of that game? Spark. Project Spark. That game looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, looking at that, there was that game. Yeah, the Spark one was pretty cool. That reminds me of kind of like doing is it Spore? You ever play Spore?
No, I've never played that one.
You start out with like a little world. You can grow a character from like a single cell, and it grows legs and comes out of the water and this and that.
That's cool.
That was kind of funny. That's what that reminded me of at first, but then I saw it vamped into like, you know, killing everybody and stuff. And I was like, oh, well, this is not like anything like it anymore. So it was gonna be something a little more childish, and it turned into this adult game in like 10 seconds. What was some other games?
The Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah, okay. That one reminded me of like, I don't know, maybe God of War, you know, game like that, mixed with like a Skyrim type, you know, weaponry.
Sunset Overdrive. That one looks pretty decent.
Okay, the new Forza.
It's 5. Like a Forza 5 looks good.
Yes. I'm not much into the Forza games. I was more of a Need for Speed game.
Yeah, I like Need for Speed as well. Oh, Fable Anniversary. It looks like they're bringing out the original Fable reported over for the 360, so it's got better graphics maybe. I don't know. I'm just looking at it.
Kind of like a remake of like Halo was.
Kinda.
It seems like
that's actually what it's looking like.
What sounds like, you know, the nice thing about confirming the 360 is staying around for a while is that they keep making games and releasing stuff for the 360.
Yeah.
I think that if they wanted the market to go Xbox One specifically only, you'd think you would not hear anything right now about 360. But it seems like either they feel bad for people that can't afford this, a new Xbox, or they're like, oh, well, no, what? We want you to keep using the 360 at the same time you have a new Xbox. Because obviously, who's not going to buy the new Xbox? Why would you buy Call of Duty Ghosts or buy Battlefield 4 for the 360 when it's going to be so much better on the Xbox One?
Yeah, well, I'm actually probably not going to get the Xbox One right away.
I'm probably going to wait, but then does it justify paying $60 for a game that you're eventually going to have to buy again for another console? Yeah. Or can you, or can you in some way transfer the license from that?
You might be able to transfer
and re-download it on the console.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably won't happen. You'll probably have to buy it twice, like anything else.
Well, you can always just sell the 360 version back, get some money back from it.
Yeah, you get a little chunk of change. But by that time, the demand's not going to be there because it's going to be old technology.
Yeah.
But yeah, main things were the new price, the $499, the release date in November, and a new Xbox 360, a new revamped console case, and then some release of games. That's pretty much it. There wasn't much more to talk about for the specs or anything of the console. We've already talked about that before. So those of you that probably missed that before, are expecting to watch this video and hear about that, just look at our part 2 and you'll see the specs and other information from the Microsoft release from about, what was it, about a month ago? Or not even about a month.
3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago. So yeah, you can watch part 2. That talks about that, and then part 1 before that was kind of a questionnaire, what we thought was going to come, but obviously we all know what's already happened. So definitely watch part 2 and watch part 3 here, and we'll see you next time in the next before and after.
See you guys later.
See ya.